What is black? What's American? A place you to live. America is named after American basically he's just a white man. So you're a black crayon mixed with a white man. But if I say you Judah, that's the Lord's praise. Would you rather be called the Lord's praise, or would you rather be called a crayon and then a random white man? You said they was doing what?
People in Egypt.
False idols, right? Who was those? Were we doing the same thing?
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, when I say we, you know I'm speaking from perspective of us being Israelites, right? You know the Egyptians had who in slavery?
Israelites.
The Israelites, right?
Yeah.
So we was following the same things that the Egyptians was doing, just like now in America we follow the same things that what the Americans teach us, right? How you doing, sister? What's your name? Antonia, nice to meet you. I'm Ezra. What's your name?
Brandon.
Brandon, nice to meet you. So these things right here, right? Small things. Read it, what you had to do, 28, again. So these curses that we came upon us, because when people destroy somebody, right? When stuff like this happens, do you think that they want those people to have any semblance of individuality or be able to sustain themselves?
No.
Why?
They want us to follow what they believe in and want us to keep us down.
Right. So what are they going to teach you? They're going to teach you religion. They're going to teach you white Jesus. They're going to teach you everything, right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore, shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So all those things that we need to survive, do us as black people provide it for ourselves? Can you provide clothes for yourself? Meaning, like, if you need to make clothes right now, from scratch, go to the textile mill, put everything together, can you do that?
No.
You can't. You can't go to the textiles mill and say, hey, give me 440 tons of linen and 30 tons of this. I need to make some clothes. You can't do that, right? The water. If you're thirsty, you're hungry, you gotta go to Walmart to get something. You gotta pay your water bill. If you don't pay your water bill, what happened? They cut it off. They turn your lights off, what happened? You gotta find some weird, you gotta do government assistance. You might go months without power, right? Taking cold showers. What happened? They turn the power off and the water off. You're not going to your people and saying, hey bro, my house, I ain't got no water, I ain't got no electricity. You go what? You hit that Duke Energy? Hello? You get this Indian man. You be like, God damn, I got the damn Indian man. He ain't gonna help me right now. That's not what I need. But you have to go to these people for everything, right? Read that last part. Say one for all things.
And in want of all things.
And the want of all things, even going to what? If you want to get to heaven, right? How you going? Who gonna teach you how to get to heaven? But who taught you the Bible? You see what I'm saying? But when people, okay, that's right. So when people go to theology school, right? Are they teaching this image of Jesus inside of the theology schools?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So who teaching you the Bible?
It's a white man.
Right, because the black pastors a lot of times are just stand-in coons to teach you this. Because if you go to that pastor and say, hey, I read the Bible and Christ's black. Why you got a white picture for? What are you gonna tell you? That what don't matter? So the color don't matter.
Yeah.
So if the skin color don't matter, why you got this up here then? If it don't matter, why is this? If it don't matter, why they got the movies of them being white? They got movies of them being Family Guy, all these cartoons. If the color don't matter, just make them blue. If it really don't matter, just make them blue. Make them blue. Give them some duck bill face and would say, hey, that's Jesus. If it don't matter what he look like. But the moment you say that he looked like this, they go crazy. Wanna know why? Because during slavery, they don't want somebody that they oppressing to look like them. It's like, man, we can't have the people be killing and oppressing. Sir, we ain't gonna serve no black guy. Be killing black people. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
What's this? Is this a fairy tale? It's a real life thing. And they're trying to erase all those things in schools, in society. Because if you ask somebody, hey man, we went to slavery, what they tell you? They said, that's 300 years ago. My great grandma was a slave. Segregation was like, what, 60 years ago? The 60s? The 50s? That's 30, 40 years back. But it don't matter, right? They were just lynching us less than 100 years ago. That's recent. They lynched us still 3 months ago. Found a dude hanging from a tree. One woman found her son's skull cut open. No, nothing inside of it. And you saying that this didn't happen. So it's either one or two things. Either what? Read it until they what?
Until he have destroyed thee.
Either they're destroying us or have destroyed us, or what? Read. Yes, 80 something 3. Either they destroyed us or we perfectly fine. Why are we the only people that have these conversations? You see what I'm saying? You see any other race having these conversations? If you see a group of 3,000 black men marching down the street, how does that make you feel? Like in unison. Like recently, we was in Houston last week, right?
It's powerful.
All of us in unison marching down the street. How that make you feel? You be like, that's crazy. How would that make you feel? 2,000 black men just marching down the street in unison. Uniform, everything. What about you, brother? You saw 2,000 black men just marching down the street in order, unison, chanting, trying to preach righteousness. How that make you feel? Right? Why does that make you feel that way if nothing's wrong with us? You see what I'm saying? If 2,000 black men marching, if everything good, then 2,000 black men don't matter. It don't matter if we do that, right? Read Psalms 83.
Psalm chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
It says our enemies make a tumult, which is an angry gathering, right? So our enemies, everybody that oppresses us, come together, the government, America, China, France, Korea, the Indian, Iran, all those people, they come together to do what, Reed?
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
He said they lift their head up and take crafty counsel. I mean, they find secret ways to do stuff to oppress us or draw us away from God, right? And that's why I said, if you see 2,000 black men marching and it invokes some type of emotion in you, if everything is fine with us in the world, you shouldn't feel anything. Because you see 2,000 Asian men walking down the street, you don't feel nothing. You're like, oh, 2,000 Asian men walking down the street. You see 2,000 white men walking down the street, you be like, oh, that's 2,000. That's what they got, like a party going on or something like that. But the moment you see 2,000 black men walking down the street, you like, stop everything. What's happening? Why are these men marching together? Why they all wearing the same thing? Why they all chanting the Israelites? Turn the TV off. But you don't see nothing on the news about it. You don't see nobody say nothing. A blackout. We did this last week. Have you seen anything about 2,000 black men marching through Houston? In unison. I'm talking about we straight unison and sharp, form, sharp, everything. 2 miles marching, boom. You would think that you would notice 2,000 black men marching 2 miles through a city, through a prominent black neighborhood. You think that's important, right? But he said these people do what, Reed?
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Media blackouts. Destroy everything. The moment you see black people, black men teaching the Bible on who they are, everything, turn everything off. Shut it down. Read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Because if I ask you, what's your nationality, what would you say?
Black American.
Black American. What would you say? Same thing? What is black?
Oh.
What's an American? A place you to live. America is named after American-based speech. That's a white man. So you're a black crayon mixed with a white man. But if I say you Judah, that's the Lord's praise. Would you rather be called the Lord's praise, or would you rather be called a crayon and then a random white man? So, if they take away your nationality and make you believe that you just American black, then I'm not worried about a nigga going to do something to me, because you still like this. Since you may not look like it, but you still like this. You may not look like it, but you still moving like this. You're not a threat. Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Because if I ask you who is the Israelites, who would you tell me? If you're not meeting us today, I say who is Israel today? What would you tell me? Where would you point to who Israel is today? Or the Jews? Let me use a better word. Who are the Jews today? Who would you point to? The white man over there, right? You be like, they're the Jews. They're the Jews. The moment you say that, you lost. Okay, appreciate you. The moment that you say that and acknowledge that, you lose. Everything that you try to be a black activist, you care about your people, all these things go down the drain. Wanna know why? Because the people that you're supposed to be is stealing your identity. So what does that mean? That means the person you're trying to be, the person you're trying to fix yourself to be, give yourself some sense of identity, ain't real. You still believing in this. Even if you don't subscribe to this, you believe in this. Because if I ask you, do you want to go to heaven?
Yep.
How do you get to heaven?
Jesus Christ.
Okay, that's a good answer. But what else? Is that just it?
You gotta follow the commandments.
Okay, get Matthew 19 from. That's right. Because in churches, they're going to teach you what? Hey, white Jesus, believe in God, keep pushing. As long as you love Jesus, you fine. Do they teach you any external works that you have to do to solidify, to put some weight to your faith? Read.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good things shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So somebody going to Christ asking him, how do I get eternal life? Like I asked you, you want to get to heaven? You say, yeah. Read.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Says what?
Keep the commandments.
If you want to get to heaven, you have to keep the commandments. Now the next question that comes up is, what are some commandments? Give me 5 commandments. It's 5.
Thou shalt not kill.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not steal.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Okay.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Okay. There's one that's very important that most people don't even realize, and today is that day that people be breaking.
It's the Sabbath.
The Sabbath. That's 1 to 10. How do you keep the Sabbath? We're gonna start from here. Yeah, finish that out. We're gonna start from here and we're gonna move up, all right? Watch this. Read.
So don't leave.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. And he said unto him,
Read again.
Keep the commandments.
So you have to keep the commandments. That's the foundation of all this, right? So you start naming them off, right? And you had the Sabbath, right? Let's start go up, right? We're gonna jump from level to level. So like I said, a simple one is the Sabbath, right? How do you keep the Sabbath? Wait, let me ask you this. When is the Sabbath?
Actually, Saturday.
It's actually Saturday. All praises. How do you keep it?
You're not supposed to work.
Okay.
Pray. We're gonna pray every day.
Well, what's up, Daryl? Man, Ezra. Right now we're going over the Sabbath. You ever heard of Sabbath is?
Sabbath?
Yeah. Every Sunday?
Everybody chill out.
It's a very simple way to say it, but it's not Sunday. It's actually today. And right now, say your name for me one more time. Brandon. Brandon is telling me how to keep the Sabbath. So you said what? No working. What else?
You're supposed to pray.
Okay.
Every day.
That's it.
I know it's more.
There's more, right? So, are you working today? All praise, that's good. You working, you got one more thing. But you didn't know, man. It's Sunday. You think it's Sunday, right? Go to Exodus. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So from Sunday from Sunday to Friday sundown, you work all you want. You can work an 80-hour week if you want. As long as it's between them 6 days, right? But that 7th day, you're not supposed to work, right? So today, nobody's working, right? We're not working, we're here teaching y'all, right? Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger which is in thy gates.
So nobody's supposed to do anything. Everybody chill out. Like you said, we just chill out. Yeah, everybody just don't do nothing, right? Give me 16 about cooking. You're not supposed to cook either. You're not supposed to work. You're not supposed to cook on the Sabbath. All these things has another meaning behind it because it symbolizes us symbolizes in the kingdom. That's why it's important to keep these things. Because did God rest on the Sabbath day? He did. He worked 6 days and he stopped. So if God keeping it, you think we should keep it, right? Read.
Exodus chapter 16 and verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today.
He said, so it's Friday. Bake what you're going to bake today. Why? Or cook what you're going to cook right now. Read.
And seethe that ye will seethe.
That means to boil. Read.
And that which remaineth lay over for you to be kept unto the morning. And they laid it.
Okay. Yeah, so you cook it all on Friday and you just eat it leftovers for Saturday, right? Because you're not supposed to do that. What do you think the judgment is of doing that is? You don't know?
Yeah.
That's actually what it is. God kills us for breaking the Sabbath. So God actually kills us for breaking the Sabbath. So we got cooking, we got working. What else do you think there is? We won't get to the judgment second. We got cooking, we got working. What else do you think there is? Go to buy and sell and get nearby. You're not supposed to buy or sell on the Sabbath. So we're gonna go through it and we're gonna show you somebody that actually broke the Sabbath to prove to you that what? When you break the Sabbath in any capacity, the judgment is death. Read, you got it?
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day.
So wares or any victuals? Victuals, like what's the word? Merchandise, clothes, Walmart, big below 5, Mike, all those things. If they open on the Sabbath day, what? Read.
On the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them.
No, we're gonna go get all the deals, all the 50% off. Read.
We would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day.
Because there's more than Sabbath being the holy. You got New Moon, you got Passover, you got Day of Atonement, you got Tabernacles, you got Pentecost, you got all these high holy days in the Bible. God said, don't be buying or selling them. He put them in place because when God created the earth, what happened? They say he chilled out. He was like, I'm done. One day I'm good. Read. So what we got? Buys, no buying, no selling, no cooking, no working. Then what do you think the other one is? There's one more thing. What do you do on Sunday?
Church.
Go to church. So on Saturday, what do you think you're gonna do? Go to church on Saturday, right? Get that Hebrews 10. But the right day to do it is Saturday. It's not Sunday. So if the man that had us in slavery, you believe in slavery? I have to ask that question because the guy told me like some months ago that slavery day is not real. So I gotta ask that question. It sounds crazy, but I gotta ask it. So if we was in slavery, right, and the only day they allowed us to go to church is on Sunday, and they killed anybody that would go against that, who do you think the parents or the children we come from are? People that would follow this. That's been ingrained in our people forever. Because if I ask you who this is, who you tell me? You say that's Jesus, right? Do you believe that's Jesus?
I don't think white will.
Right, but you see an issue with that though. The fact that you even associate that with Jesus is a problem. Even if you don't believe that he white, the fact that when you see this, you say Jesus, they already got you. You understand? Come on, I understand. Because this man right here, he killed his sister, raped his mama, he was a homosexual, he killed his brother too, slept with his sister, my bad, and did some weird stuff with his mama. This is a man that people be hanging, your grandma, your mama, you got this man hanging up in her house. People get chains with his face on it. Tattoos with his face on it. If anybody did anything to your sister or your mom, you gonna put a picture of them inside your house? Nobody gonna do that. Nobody does that. But we so brainwashed and got distorted through slavery. We was like, you know what? You can tell me this, that. We tell people that this is him all the time. That this man evil. Guess what they say? It don't matter. Now that he done been put on the spot. Now it don't matter. Read, but you're not gonna learn these things unless you what? Read Hebrews.
Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 25. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more, as ye see the day approaching.
So you're not supposed to forsake that congregating on the Sabbath. Why? Because we learn, we exhort each other. Because this is your first time hearing this information, right? This is like your first time you kind of been studying already. You've been looking for us. That's why you stay listening. You're like, I found y'all. But that's why we say congregate, because now you're able to what? Delve more into like, okay, I got the basic stuff down. Now I got more questions. How do I fix myself? How do I get these sinful habits off of me? How do I fix these things, right?
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word